let's look at the last part. So find the ratio of T1, T2 when T1 is time taken to empty the tank when initially is completely full, and T2 is time taken when the tank when initially is half full. So let's see, because now we express T in terms of X. So we need to be able to find what is the C, right, of the equation for each, because if we do not know the equation of each, it will be difficult. So we try and see. So for X, initially is full, T1. So let's say initially is full when for T1, when T equals to 0, we know that the height of the water here will be the whole thing will be 2a, right? So the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm not sure what's my C here. The K is same. I think I will assume that the K is the same for both cases. Yeah, it is the same. This K is the same for both cases. So what I need to do is X equals to 2a. So write this as 2a. So when this is 2a, this would be T1, T equals to 0. So when T is 0, we know that this is, when this is 0, just submit to this 0. X is 2a, so so basically I'm just put for 3. This is a, goodness, it's gonna be very complicated. Okay, so I'll just let it be C1. Okay, so this case here will be a 2a 3 over 2 minus 2/5 x 5 over 2, which is actually 2a, plus C1. Okay, so for T2, when T equals to 0, X equals to a, because the depth of the water is a, which is half filled here. Okay, initially. So this case here, what we get is actually 0. Same thing. T is 0, so meaning to say this would be 0. The K cannot be 0 because it's a constant there. So it's 4a square 3 over 2, I mean, minus 2/5 a 5 over 2 plus C2. Okay, so the rationale is pretty simple. I just want to find in terms of a and try and just see what I can get out of this. So this is 3. Yeah, then there you go. So the time taken for them to finish off, so C1 and C2 is done. So time taken for them to actually finish off the whole expression is we need to find but before that, let's just find out C1 first. So C1 would be this would be 5 over 2. So C1 from here, C1 4 over 3. So this is 2 3 over 2 a1 plus 3 over 2, which is actually 5 over 2 actually. So this is 2/5. This is 2 5 over 2 a 5 over 2. So this is C1, so this is minus plus. Okay, so just slowly, I think this one just be slow. This will be minus 4 over 3 root 2 to the power of 3, and this is a 5 over 2. This is root 2 to the power of 5 a 5 over 2. So this will be root 2 to the power of 3. You have to know how to change this. This is just root 2 times root 2 times root 2. This over here will be root 2 times root 2 times root 2 times root 2 times root 2, right? So this is actually 4 root 2. This is 4 root 2, 4 of it. So this is minus 8 over 3 root 2 plus, can I just bring up the a 5 over 2 here? So this is 2/5 4 root 2. Okay, so this case here, I'm gonna get is minus 8 over 3 plus 8 over 5 root 2, which is actually negative 16 over 15 a 5 over 2. Okay, so please know how to manipulate your certs here. I think there are a few ways which could go wrong here because of the certs. So once this is done, same thing, do with the C2. C2 will be minus, I think C2 is much easier, A, because it's just A, 5 over 2 minus 2/5 plus 2/5 A5 over 2. Oh, that's quite easy. This is 5 over 2. Okay, so this case here will be minus 4 over 3 plus 2 over 5, which is actually minus 14 over 15 A5 over 2. Now once this is done, we got the C1 and C2. So the expression for the first one, for the first case, so expression for the first case, the time taken. So time taken for the first case would be T1 would be T1. Just use this expression here, T1. This whole expression here. So if you want it to finish, right, time taken to finish is when x is 0. Okay, so T for case of T1. So maybe I know case. Okay, so for case of T1, for case of T1, we know that tank is empty when x is 0. Okay, so for case of T1, we know that T is equals to, we're just going to copy the expression there, T, so when T is 0, this whole thing is 0, just equals to C1, minus T equals to minus K, 1 over K, bracket, T1 equals to minus K, 0, 0, so means negative K C1. So case of C2 is T2 equals to minus 1 over K C2. 0 plus C2 is C2. Okay, and since because I want to find the ratio, am I finding the ratio? I want to find the ratio of T1 to T2. So T1 to T2 will just be C1 over C2, regardless of cancel away. So C1 is actually, we know that is negative 16 over 15. So C1 will be negative 16 over 15 over negative 14 over 15. Okay. Yeah, let's check. 3 over 2 to, yeah. So once this is done, we will see. I realize I have a mistake here. I didn't put my root 2 here, so that's where it went wrong. So this is 16 over root 2. Alright, so this is great. So once it is done, I think should be fine. 16 over 14, which is actually 8 over 7. So this will be 8 over 7 root 2. So hence T1 dot dot T2, this is 8 root 2 over 7 is 8 over root 2 dot 7. Okay, so this is how we do this question here professionally. Just understand that each case have different C. That's about it. Okay, any question or comments, please do let us know. Keep practicing and I'll see you in the next question.